You all in favor? Thank you, Councillor. All right, correspondence. Community Foundation and of Lethbridge and Southwestern Alberta. If you read that piece of correspondence, it says that the Blood Tribe was awarded the full amount of their request, and I went to Lethbridge and had a photo up with them. Delbert and Councillor Arnold Fox was there, and we had a good conversation. They were extraordinarily appreciative. Jeff and the Blood Tribe and Delbert are going to decide as to how the town give them that money, the conditions that are attached, because of course the town, being the receiver of the money, has to also, at the end of the project, be accountable for it. So that's going to be dealt with by Jeff. So thank you, Jeff, for taking that on. The next one is Mr. Schindler. It's about cats and dogs and reports from Brad. If you can see, you know, every month that cats and dogs are definitely on the radar in this town, some months more than others. And his idea is only a revival of a delegation that came last council early on to pitch the idea of the need to maybe have the town do more regarding the catching, neutering of those animals to kind of slow down the spread of the cats and dogs in our town, due, as he fairly says, to owners that do not take the responsibility of their animal at heart. So I do not know what you want to do regarding that request.
Mayor, when I read this letter, I almost feel like he's asking if the town would do some financial obligation to the vets to have these pets neutered and spayed.
Well, right now he's trying to look to be part of a committee that would include someone of this council to sit with citizens at large to look at this issue and try to formalize a request to council.
Who pays for the free spaying clinic? That's what I'd like to know. Because it's not free. There's no such thing as a free lunch. So who's paying for that?
We all do.
The sponsoring municipality.
Pardon me?
The sponsoring municipality would pay for it.
Now, let me tell you something. The Blood Tribe also has had neutering clinics, so we are not only the one who participate in that.
No, I realize
the
that
Blood
says
Tribe
right here.
has participated in that too. So, essentially, do you feel that an ad hoc committee is something that you would be willing to look at as a possibility? And is one of you more interested than the other to sit on that? I don't see too much excitement here.
I think I'm all for it. I don't necessarily think I need to sit on an ad hoc board for it, but I feel that it is a huge problem in our community, and I feel like we might not be doing enough. And I'm all for supporting getting animals off our streets and animals from chasing us and biting little kids, and I'm all for that. I'm all for stopping, you know, it's like in his presentation here, he's got, you know, 16 months later, 32 months later, and how many cats and dogs just come from a male and a female. It's amazing when you realize it. But I feel like we need to be doing more. I do.
Okay, so Jeff, to start with, can you give me an idea what are we contributing towards the animal shelter, well-being, look after the overpopulation growth of animals? What are we doing in our town?
So anything that's trapped gets shipped off to one of the adoption agencies, Home Safe, well, I forget the names, ARCs and ARPs, and there's all kinds of different acronyms, but they get sent to Calgary normally. So
it gets taken off our street?
Yeah,
And then does it go to Sherry,
it goes to the pound normally,
the pound?
yeah.
And then when does Sherry get them?
She does or doesn't, it depends. Sherry doesn't need any more cats.
Yes.
And so we take what we can when we can.
But the concern is once Calgary starts shutting us
Yeah,
down.
which has happened, we've had cats for
We have
weeks in the
had-
pound because no one will
we
take
have-
them.
We
There's
have
no
had
place to
that
put 'em.
problem because of overpopulation on their own.
Yeah,
And this letter is quite timely because the problem is, yeah,
yeah, right now we simply ship them out.
yeah. The problem is over the holidays, right? A lot of people get puppies and cats and all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, they find out it's no longer interesting
Yeah.
and they find their way on the streets.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what we're doing now.
Councillor Barnes, Councillor Bengry.
So, I'd be willing to sit on an ad hoc committee if you'd like me to. I would be happy to do that. But I also have, more than just dogs and cats, I've got a concern about the number of deer that we've got roaming around the
Yeah,
town now.
Okay.
It's getting
Yeah.
serious.
Okay, Councillor Barnes, this one we have addressed zillions of times with always the same result. It's a wildlife issue, it's a federal issue,
Yeah.
and that they are not willing to call a call, they're not willing to do anything.
Isn't that a provincial issue?
Well, this maybe is a
Department of
provincial.
Wildlife and Fisheries, I
Yeah,
think that's a province.
fish and wildlife, provincial, sorry.
Yeah.
And we call them. We already have had quite a few conversations with them. The answer is always the same. We're not doing anything.
So then we need to talk to the provincial government, the ministry, then, I mean, McGrath had a call,
Yeah, but there are
250
250 tags that were issued that
Yeah.
time or so.
and we're getting to that point where we're getting,
We
I
have-
mean,
we
when
have
I
a
had
dozen.
13 in my next door neighbor's yard, I
Yeah,
had
we
8
have-
in my own yard, and I spent almost $10,000 on a fence to keep them out, and they're not in my yard anymore, except for once last spring, I left my gate open
Yeah.
in the back lane,
Yeah.
and
You
they're
know,
just, but I'm
it's
just saying, there has to be something, and we can't just
Okay,
say, well, every time we talk, it goes to a deaf ear. We need to maybe,
well, okay, can we
Get a
stay
letter.
with the cats and dogs right now?
well,
And then bring it back
it's
to
an
maybe January?
issue to it regarding animals, it's a problem in our town.
Can we bring it in January?
Sure,
Yeah,
we're not
that's
gonna
right
solve
to
it
see.
before then, that's for sure.
Well,
No
we
problem.
can always write another letter, but it's not long ago we wrote one.
So Mayor, who would administration consider on being on that committee besides Councillor Barnes? Would our bylaw animal control officer be there? And I don't know.
Have you Malcolm?
Yeah, Malcolm.
It sounds like Mr. Schindler would like to be on it.
Yeah.
I think it's fairly articulate,
What about having the vet? What about Ryan Mosley sitting on it?
yes, if he
Give a
wants
different
to.
perspective.
I mean, those are all the good possibilities, absolutely.
No, he's talking hundreds of dogs.
Yeah, we're talking hundreds of dogs, and once you see the statistics, you'll be shocked.
I don't think it will be.
Hundreds of dogs is about the truth.
A lot of them coming from the outlying areas, I'm assuming.
We have from inside the town and outside the town. Unfortunately, inside the town, we have still a lot of pet owners who have not taken the time to get a tag for the animal, and who run sometime puppy mills with no license. It's a problem.
Have we identified who these offenders are that are not getting the tags? Is there somebody that knows who these people are that get tags for their animals?
So obviously not prepared with any information about
Okay.
tags and the licensing tonight, so I'm not really sure. We deal with it on an exception basis. If there's a complaint about an animal that isn't tagged, then they can get fined for having an animal that isn't tagged. But
So.
we don't go knocking on doors asking how many animals live in the premises.
Yeah.
We don't do
Councillor.
a census. of
Can I
that type.
finish a supplemental? Because we have feral cats in this community that are fed by people,
Mhm.
and that is a problem too.
It's the very people that just wrote you that letter, so.
That's exactly right. So, do they want to tag them?
Nope.
No. So,
Perhaps Mayor, just to move this along, Councillor Barnes, and perhaps some suggestions from
Administration can-
Can look at an ad hoc committee starting in January.
Yeah, that's what we
Just
recommend.
word that as a motion and we'll go ahead and do that.
I will get that.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Councillor.
I move that Councillor Barnes work with administration to set up an ad hoc committee to deal with
Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs, recommendations and letter from Mr.
Okay, all in favor? Thank you, move on. Cardston Festival of Light is a thank you letter. The West Wind School Division is a thank you letter. The Brownlee LLP is a notice of seminar. If you could see inside there is the MGA updates, and there is the potentially the intermunicipal within that. And there is legalization of marijuana, impact on the towns, need to review bylaw, etc. So those are essentially there. So if you are interested to go, I don't know that all need to go, but I really would recommend that those who have never been to an LLP go. All of us, for the rest, we have had the MGA review, I don't know how many zillion times this past 4 years. And marijuana legislation, we have had that and we have moved forward to that, to deal with it. Yes,
Can I just ask an unrelated, somewhat unrelated question?
sure.
So with the EV course that's happening in January, are we too late to register for that, Joe? So we can't, we're done?
That Munis 101,
yeah, what did you find out?
it's full.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would be.
Is there another one coming up that we'll be able to attend?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to tell you, I hate to say that, but the people who had it on a financial and all that,
Didn't learn that much. Oh, good. Someone else.
Say that again, I'm sorry, I didn't.
people who went to it and were not so totally sold on the quality of the presentations.
So it's
For
not,
whatever it's
it's
worth.
not imperative that we attend
No,
that?
it's imperative that you get training on the different topics through them or through your own town. So what we did the training professionally done by Josh Scott
Yeah,
on the governance issue, and through our own people, financial people and Jeff, we have brought a lot of information on the financials
yeah.
and how to read a budget, how to come to understand the importance of it. That more that will come as we move forward, where we need to really understand the new legislation is in the intermunicipal. That is something that Jeff in January will bring to a committee of the whole, so that we understand the legislation before we even start that process. We need to understand what it is.
So,
Okay, Councillor, Selk, Councillor.
So in reality, Mayor, we wouldn't have learned that much from that.
Well, from the feedback I got is,
So the financials, basically, we've gotten the crash course from Jeff and Jill.
yeah. And you have the financial, you have Hawken, you have
Right.
you have all those things.
Good.
You have the budget, you have the financial. We will delve even more into the detail of those financial. And every time we present you with a financial and there's something there that you say, you know, I really don't understand. I don't understand why that is a revenue and is in bracket, and why this is an expense and is not in bracket. Well, all that is explanation is accounting kind of issues, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, I will tell you, from the time that I took a 3-day course on the financial and the way I see things moved with Josh Cup and all the policies that needed to be in place, I will say we have things covered to a T. Right up to how we do the budget, the timing of it, and how we need to have everything put in motion in order to, in the spring, be able to have our budget sealed and delivered and our mill rate set. So I would say we're doing good.
So the question I have is then, wasn't there some legislation that we had to have this training? And if so, could we not draft a letter that explained where we're at here? So if that's what we need.
You've never been legislated to take Munis 101. You
Okay,
never have to.
that's-
Always
that's good
has
enough.
You
been-
simply have to be offered training.
Okay,
Yes,
That's it.
okay,
yes.
good,
It's a recommendation by a UMA that all take it.
yeah.
Okay, move on.
If we're better trained already, then why we're worried about
Yeah.
it?
So if you want to go to LLP, I would really say the new councillor is a good opportunity to come to understand that group. Alberta Seniors Communities and Housing Associations, for your information, is there anything there that you want to discuss? No. And the next one is MP Rachel Harder, an invitation to a meeting. So up to you to decide what you want to do.
It would be beneficial if somebody from the policing and
I would say it's rural crime.
There we go.
So, yes, I would say so.
so if it's either you, Mayor, myself, or Councillor Drew, probably one of us should go.
Well, if the two of you want to go, if you have the time, absolutely. If the three of us want to go.
But you have to pay for your own meal, though. It says right.
Okay? All right,
So who's going?
This is the
So-
Rachel Harder meeting?
Yeah.
yes.
Be the
Councillor-
police commission people.
Yes,
should go to that.
exactly. Councillor Drew, are you able to go? Are you interested to go?
It's on Friday, January the 5th. We have to respond by the 2nd of
Full meal will be provided.
But
But you have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
you asked to cover the cost of your meal.
If it's the Prime Minister, put it on me. If you got $500,000.
All right, so,
It'd be $35.
all right, so Councillor Drew and Councillor Selk will go there. And if I go, I'll let you know. Got to check,
I'll send an email out to you, we'll register you.
yeah. All right, thank you very much. As for the rest, is all confidential items.
Camera on.
So we will call this meeting to an end.
Will you
Councillor,
go on camera?
okay, thank you. All in favor? Thank you.